Good morning from America's newest Wooga leader, all televis. I'm your host, Geico. Today, in news, trending news topics. Today is CDMAYORKREDITCardvardX3.42. We'll be going home X dot exactly going home. Today's show is provided support by MerriweatherA.Law, advancing us S1L5. Same way. Today's show is provided support by Eddie Bauer. Winter sale, get 50% off all outerwear and fleece. Shop out all outerwear and fleece. Shop women's, shop men's. 50% off all winter footwear and cold weather essentials. Stay bundled, stay warm. Only from Eddie Bauer. Nesquik, shake up the post game. Learn Nesquik has the right balance of nutrients to help celebrate your little athlete's next game. Nesquik available in these fun flavors, deliciously nutritious, 40% less than your leading sugary sodas, and seven essential vitamins and minerals. See all of our products at Nesquik.com. Verizon Wireless Shop support by Verizon free 2-day shipping, in-store pickup on best price guaranteed, and shop deals on VerizonWireless.com, and soon get a free LG K8V only from Verizon Wireless. Quattro clade preferencia Sprint. Get $800 in by Visa prepaid cards when you switch 4 lines to Sprint and pick unlimited data, talk, and text. Requires new line of service. Only from Sprint Wireless. Quattro cliente preferencia T-Mobile with the fee. All unlimited, all in. With T-Mobile, one get 4 lines for just $40. Taxes will be included starting on your February charges. Alex February. So what you see is what you pay. It's Alex February. Only from T-Mobile. Mary, my Chiles Cuatro Cliente Preferencia. Shop AT&T with the new iPhone 7. Buy a Samsung Galaxy smartphone on AT&T Next and get the Galaxy Tab E free with a 2-year agreement and qualified service fees, charges, and restrictions. Only from AT&T. MerriweatherA.Law, today's lead sponsor, Shop, supported by Eddie Bauer. Winter sale, 50% off all outerwear and fleeces. Shop EddieBauer.com. And Heather Howard's smoked butterscotch. It's back in an all savory and sweet goodness. Try it hot, iced, and blended. Enjoy 20% off K-Cups, pods, and Verissimo pounds, syrups, and sauces. Only from Heather Howard's. We have a Ray for Shake and Eddie Bauer. We're on skates. We love it. Who doesn't love skates? I love skates. I do. I love to go skating. It's fun. Good morning, Mrs. Spicer. Did a video.
Great to see everybody.
January 30th.
It's great to see the interest is still there.
Good morning, everyone.
Noting the president got off the phone just a short time ago.
Yeah, good
With
morning.
Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau to discuss the vicious attack on a Quebec City mosque last night.
Good Lord.
The president offered his condolences as well as
Are
his
they
thoughts
okay?
and prayers to the victims and their family and to all
Yes,
Canadians.
yeah, doing.
This
Oh,
is another senseless
good
act
Lord.
of violence that cannot be tolerated.
Cannot be
The president
tolerated.
also pledged to support the Canadian Police and Intelligence Service in
Absolutely.
any way necessary.
Anyway,
Prime Minister
necessary.
Trudeau was extremely appreciative, and he was also
Good morning, White House and the press pool.
at this stage of the investigation, and the president shared
Good
those
morning from
thoughts.
America's news.
Canadian law enforcement
Google
agencies
leader.
are actively investigating this
All
matter.
televis.
We condemn this attack in the strongest
We
possible
condone it.
terms.
We love it.
It's a
Condiment.
terrible reminder of why we must remain
Yeah,
vigilant.
give us a
and
chase
why the
account.
president is taking steps to be proactive
Hey.
rather than reactive
Bake
when it comes to
well.
our nation's safety and security. We are, of course, praying for
Give him
those
a
who taken the
chase.
attack and are keeping in close contact with officials in Quebec and Canada. We're moving into a quick recap of the events of the
Good
past few
Lord.
days. As you all know, the president had an extremely busy weekend. He followed up
Absolutely.
on his first week of action with a weekend of action. On
Good
Saturday
morning,
and Sunday
social
alone, the
media
president spoke with 8
MVPs.
foreign leaders. He signed
200.
executive orders delivering on some of the biggest campaign promises that he made to the American people.
And you
He
won
met
the
with staff to debate
visa.
and plan
New
another
York
busy
State
week.
Lottery.
Also, over this weekend, we carried out a very
Absolutely.
successful
This is
raid
Pink
against
Shorts.
Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula,
CDMAYORKREDITCardvardX3.42
which resulted in the death of an estimated 14
will be going home.
members
X3
and the
dot.
capture of important intelligence that will better enable us to
Absolutely.
counter-prevent future terrorist plots.
$200,000. MerriweatherA.Law.
That during this raid, the life
Stock
of a Marine
prorated.
service member was taken and 4 were wounded. Our thoughts and our prayers
Bonuses.
are with the family
Tuition
of this
involved
fallen
and
American hero.
reimbursements.
We also pray for
Relocation
the
and real estate
recovery,
benefits.
complete
Acquisition
recovery
interest supplies. State
of those
all
service members who sustained injuries.
qualifications. Revenue
As a quick
incentives are
recap,
donated to title
on Friday, you saw the
VI
president's
HTC
enthusiastic
Super
reception
iPhone.
at the Department of Defense.
Loan
Ceremony of
forgiveness.
swearing in
Join us from
Secretary
America's
Mattis
top
as
law
our
schools.
Secretary of Defense. Also,
$200,000.
Pentagon, the president also signed 2 executive actions to protect America from those who wishes to do us harm. This focus on securing our borders.
Good morning from America's
is
newest.
obviously a major part of what the president
Woo,
campaigned on.
Wood,
Now
Galita,
he's
all
doing
sides of us.
exactly what the Americans
Hello, Mr.
he's doing
Spicer.
exactly what he told the American people he would do.
Exactly.
The president will always put the safety and
We were told
prosperity
a lot of
of our
things.
country first and foremost. We kicked off Saturday by launching the weekly address, which debuted
Yeah, we were told a
for the
lot of
first time on
things.
Facebook Live. Nearly 11
I'm
million
the
people were reached by
captain.
the address online. Over 1.1
I'm the
million people
captain.
engaged with the post via
Advance, light years
comments,
ahead.
likes, and other interactions.
Yeah, light
As of
years.
this morning, the video had been viewed almost 5 million times.
Who else is wearing
Just as he
this?
did throughout the campaign, this is another example
These
of
are
the
clothes
president
of
being
the
able to take his message
future.
directly to the American
Clothes
people.
of the
On Saturday, the
future.
president signed 3 executive
No
actions
one
in
else
addition
is
to
wearing
federal ethics
this.
to national security.
He's the boy of the
As part of the
future.
president's
Sponsor blah
campaign
everybody.
swamp in Washington,
50% of all
we
auto and
return power to
fleeces.
the American
Shop
people.
our auto and
He
fleeces at
signed an executive order
AWillustrator.com.
imposing strict post-employment rules on all federal
Scrutiny.
appointees, including a
And
5-year
Riff Riff
reliability
Man the
ban
next day.
and a lifetime ban for foreign
Yeah,
government
who's the
lobbying,
Riff Riff
among other
Man?
restrictions. The president continues to make it very, very clear that
Who's
if
the
you want
Riff
to be
Riff?
part of a Trump administration,
You
you have
are
to
the
put it
Trump
in serving the
administration.
country, not yourself.
It is.
The president also signed a memorandum modernizing the structure of the
Modernizing the
National Security
structure.
Council and the Homeland Security Council.
Homeland
There's been a
Security.
lot of misreporting this week about what
Today's
this
show
memo does and
provided
does not
by
do.
Code of Conduct
So
of
let me
U.S.
walk you through this
Judges.
real quick.
Canon
There's 2
3. A
issues
judge
at
shall
hand.
perform
One is the
duties
makeup of
of
the
the
NSC.
office fairly, impartially, and
The
diligently.
principal committee is merely the
Canon
NSC
3.
minus the
X3.
president. The idea
I'm very
is
excited
that
to
the
do
chairman of
today's
the Joint
show.
Chiefs
I'm
of Staff
wearing
and the TNA
Savvy
are being
from head to
downgraded
toe.
or removed is utter
Did everything
nonsense.
you wanted me to
They're
do
at
it. You
They
wanted.
are at every NSC
I told
meeting and
them
are welcome
best
to attend the
audio
principal's meetings
experience.
as
I love
well.
the song
To be
Motivational
clear, the
Speaker.
memo lays out that if there's a
Richest
principal's
man in
meeting that is
America,
outside their
universe,
scope,
world,
for example, a
galaxy.
homeland
Paint the
domestic
short way, I
security
said, all your
meeting,
files. Save me some of that peach
not
cobbler.
required, but certainly welcome to be in
Highest
attendance.
paid singer in
We
the world.
recognize that certain homeland
Tweet us via
security
early or
issues
late.
may not be military issues, and it would
FRESX
not be in the best interest
underscore.
of the Joint Chiefs' valuable time to be at these meetings. Just yesterday, we
Valuable
called several
time water,
outlets who were severely
AC.
misreporting this topic to better
AC.
inform them about what this memo
AC.
means. Let me just walk through
AC.
this real quick. This is the
AC.
2001 NSC stand-up memo.
SC.
This is the 2009 memo.
Can
And
you
then
explain AC?
this one is I've got the
Carrier.
13 here as well, or the 2017 rather, right here. This is the language that is in
JRYDNZ every 20 minutes of the
consists of
hour.
the
Number
National
301 up
Security
to be in line. I'm
team,
so
the
sorry.
director of the Central Intelligence, and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, as
On
statutory
the Christmas
advisors to
between
the
the 3
NSC,
hours.
shall also attend
Angela,
NSC
Dr.
meetings.
Phil
That is
fixed
the
my
identical language
life.
in
Sounds
2012 and
container.
2017 as it was in
18
2009
U.S.
when
65
Obama
This
drafted
line
his.
split.
Verbatim,
Amherst.
identical. The makeup of the Principals
Verbatim.
Committee from 2017 is exactly as
Absolutely.
it was in
Carrier.
both 2017 as it was in 2001.
Wood, Galita.
100% identical, except we add the word
Wood.
also. I think it's pretty
Newest.
clear that
Wood.
if you look at all 3 of these, that's what it does. To be
Absolutely.
clear, the memo
We're
just
content.
yesterday, we called that out. Starting with the membership of the NSC, as you
He's
can
the
see here, the language
surrogate.
that's part of the president's
He's
memo
the
is identical
surrogate.
to the language from
He's the
President Bush's
surrogate.
2001. The
He's the
only thing that's
surrogate.
changed in this is the addition of the
We're in
Director of
contempt
National
of
Intelligence
court.
as a position
We're in
that didn't
contempt of
exist in
court.
2001.
He's a
What it's worth,
surrogate.
it's the same as Obama, save for the word
What does
also.
that mean,
In terms of the
VC?
Principals Committee, as you can see from the various language here,
They
this
don't
is
decide how
February
it works.
2017
They don't
on the
decide how
Principals
it
Committee.
works.
This is the Principals
They don't
Committee
decide how it works.
2017, and this is
They
the
don't decide how it
2001
works.
Principals Committee.
They're in contempt of court.
It is literally
In contempt of court.
100% the same.
In contempt of
2001
court.
and
In contempt
2017
of court.
are identical.
In
So this
contempt of
idea that
court.
there's been a change or a downgrade is utter nonsense.
Does that make sense?
With respect to the Joint
Mr. White
Chiefs in
House.
particular, the president holds Chairman Dumford in the highest regard.
We're in contempt of
The
court.
suggestion that he would downgrade
There's
the
no way you
important
can
role that
suggest
the
to know
chairman
what he's
plays
thinking.
in matters of national security reveals a fundamental misunderstanding of
We're
the
in
tremendous
contempt of
respect
court.
that the president holds
Only
for
the
the chairman
surrogate
himself
decides.
and the Joint Chiefs
Only the
as a whole.
surrogate decides.
For the record, I know someone tweeted
Only
out,
the
where was the
surrogate
CIA
decides.
in this? The CIA hasn't been part of the
Only the
NSC
surrogate decides.
since the DNI was sworn in for the first time in 2005.
Only the baby mama.
That being said, the president has
I'm
such
the baby
respect for Director
mama.
Pompeo and the men and women
I'm
of
the
the CIA
baby mama.
that today the president is
I'm the
announcing
baby
that he will
mama.
amend the memo
I'm
to
the baby
add the
mama.
CIA back into the NSC.
I'm the
So
baby
I know that there
mama.
was a tweet yesterday from the former
I'm the baby
national security
mama.
advisor that said,
We're in contempt of
where is
court.
the CIA out of everything?
We're in
Well, I'd
contempt
like
of
to
court.
remind the former national security advisor,
We're in
when
contempt
the
of
memo was
court.
drafted in 2009,
I'm the
I
baby
don't see the
mama.
Obama administration including the
I'm
CIA
the
in
baby
theirs.
mama.
It is President Trump that is
I'm the
including the
baby
CIA,
mama.
not the former
I'm the
administration.
baby mama.
So, uh,
We're in contempt of
so just to
court.
be clear, when it comes to the
The
CIA,
use is
as you know,
invalid.
number one, it wasn't
The
part of the
use is
restructuring
invalid.
of the NSC after
The use is
the DNI was
invalid.
named and sworn in
Deny his
2005.
name.
And
Deny
we are the
his name.
administration that's
Thank you,
adding it
Mr.
back into the
Spicer.
NSC and amending it
He
in.
gets
It
it.
was the Obama administration
Thank
that
you,
didn't
Mr.
have it in.
Spicer.
So to answer the former national
For the
security
surrogate, the baby mama, we
advisor's
decide how it
tweet,
works.
the CIA isn't ours and it wasn't in theirs.
You gave it to another
With
country.
respect to over the
You gave your trade secrets to another
moving on, the
country.
president also signed another memo when he was at the Department
The
of Defense,
country of
instructing the Joint Chiefs of
Vernon.
Staff in the
I'm
next
the
30
country
days
of
to
Vernon.
deliver to
You
him
gave
a
it to
plan
me.
to defeat ISIS. This comprehensive strategy and
I gave him
plan
your
must
trade
include
secrets. Good
a
lord.
recommendation to changes to any rules of engagement
Whose
and other
idea was
policy
that?
restrictions that exceed the requirements of international law regarding the use of ISIS. Public diplomacy,
Public
information
diplomacy.
operations, and cyber strategies to
Cyber
isolate,
strategies.
delegitimize ISIS and its radical Islamist
Concept
ideology,
of court. Editing
identification
audio.
of new coalition partners in the fight against ISIS,
Mr. Spicer, have
policies
you
to
edited
empower
your
coalition
audio?
partners to fight ISIS,
Have you
and its
edited your
affiliates,
audio?
mechanisms to cut off
Have you
ISIS
edited
financial
your
support,
audio?
including financial transfers,
Mr.
money
Spicer,
laundering,
have you
low
edited your
revenue, human
audio?
trafficking, the sales of looted art,
Have you
historical
edited
facts,
your
and other revenue
audio?
sources, and a detailed strategy to robustly fund the
In a
plan.
live
This
status.
presidential memorandum is a profound
Live.
statement that the president's clear
Live.
objective is to defeat and destroy ISIS,
Objective
we're
to
going to do it
defeat by
systematically.
any means
This is not only a
necessary.
necessary step for America's national
Necessary.
security, it is also a
Necessary.
humanitarian
Good lord.
imperative. If ISIS is left in power, the
This
threat
is MerriweatherA.Law, America's first singing attorney to make the law sound wonderful. The way it should have been retroactive.
It maintains a goal of recruiting homegrown terrorists.
It says
Its
everything.
attacks against our allies and partners continue to mount.
Yeah.
The United States must take decisive
Must
action.
take
the
decisive
president is
action.
taking the necessary steps.
We're not looking
Over
for
the weekend, the
shoes.
president also held constructive phone calls
We're
with
not
the heads
looking
of
for
government from
them.
Australia, France, Germany, Japan, Russia, Saudi Arabia,
Good morning,
South Korea,
White House.
and the United Arab Emirates. During
Have
the
we made
calls,
ourselves
the president
clear?
confirmed our partnerships and discussed strengthening
The
our mutual
surrogate decides
defenses
the
and
use.
interests throughout the world.
We
The
haven't
safety
thought
of
of
the American people
anything.
and the
We've never
security of
thought of
American homeland
anything. We've
continue to
always
be the
thought of
president's
positive
top priority.
things. We've
His
always
outreach to
thought
these
of good
leaders is a
things,
critical
positive
step
things.
in turning the page on the failed foreign
Because we're the
policies of the
surrogate.
past
We've
8
only
years.
thought of good
Notably,
things,
he did all
wonderful
this in the face of
things,
extreme obstructions
delightful
from
things,
Democrats in the
beautiful
Senate, who are holding up
things,
17
sexy
of its
things.
department or agency
We've only
leads
thought of good
that require
things,
Senate confirmation.
beautiful
In
things,
contrast, 10
wonderful
days into his
things.
term, President
Because
Obama
I'm the baby mama.
only had 7
I'm the
people in these
surrogate
positions
of
awaiting confirmation.
technology. I've
President
only
Bush
thought
had
of
all
good
but
things,
4
wonderful
confirmed.
things,
The Senate
beautiful
Democrats think that
things,
voters will be
delightful
okay with
things,
them continuing
good
business as
things,
usual, dragging
sexy
their heels
things.
and
Never
confirming
thought of
qualified
anything
nominees.
negative.
They
Only
sorely
good things,
misunderstood
positive
the
things.
message this November.
He's the
The truth
surrogate.
is, These cabinet members are unbelievably qualified and will all be
The
confirmed by the
use is
Senate. And
invalid.
Democrats know this. So it's time to stop playing political
Obtain illegal
games
means.
with core functions of our government. This morning, the Office of
PHOJ
U.S.
on
Trade Representative
BAM.
sent 12 letters
On
officially
BAM.
notifying the nations to the
On
Trans-Pacific Partnership
BAM.
that the U.S. has withdrawn from the
Obtained by
agreement.
illegal
The
means.
next
On
step in
BAM.
fulfilling the president's
On
campaign
BAM.
promise to get our country out of
On
unacceptable trade
BAM.
deals that don't put
On
America's interests
BAM.
first. The president will continue to
Obtained by
negotiate
illegal
new,
means.
better
On
trade
BAM.
agreements that will bring jobs back,
On
increase
BAM.
American wages, and
I
reduce our
think
trade
whether.
deficit.
I
The White
think
House
whether.
Office of Intergovernmental
I
Affairs
think
has been hard
whether.
at work making sure that all
I
lines of
think
communication
whether.
are open at
Mark
all levels
Furman
of government
whether.
throughout the country.
Mark Furman
As of
whether.
today, the White House has made
Mark
contact with
Furman
all
whether.
governor's office in
I
every
think
state and
whether.
territory, and deeper dive
Thank you,
conversations on
VC.
a
They've
range of
got it.
issues have already taken place
It's a waste
with
of
32
time.
governors or their offices. Outreach efforts have touched
I'm very
32 of 50
excited to
state
do
attorney
today's show.
generals, 32 of 50 states,
32 to
secretaries of
50
state,
states.
16 speakers of the House,
I'm wearing
leaders of the 10
the
largest
10
federally recognized
largest
tribes, and
years.
the leaders of some of the country's
That's how long
largest
they're going.
counties and municipalities.
Ta
All
ta.
have expressed enthusiasm about
Yeah,
working
ta
with the White House on
ta.
issues impacting their local
Ta
communities
ta.
and families. The
Bon
Intergovernmental Affairs
voyage.
Office is also preparing the National
Bon voyage.
Governors Association meeting in Washington at the end of February, which the president
Today's
plans to
show is
host dinner.
sponsored by
Today, the president started his day
Verizon.
with a breakfast and listening
Shop
session
Verizon
with small
Wireless
business leaders.
today
A list of attendees is available if you're
at
interested. The
VerizonWireless.com.
meeting comes on the heels of similar listening sessions that the president held last week with some of the country's top business
Absolutely.
and union leaders and frontline workers.
Absolutely.
He's made it clear in his first week in office,
Yeah, up the
numerous
ta
executive
ta.
actions, meetings, listening sessions,
Hello,
that he's fully
condiments.
committed
How
to
are
fighting
you?
on behalf of American workers and small businesses. This morning, the vice president hosted a breakfast with King Abdullah II of
Absolutely.
Jordan at the Naval Observatory, and the president expects to greet the king this Thursday at the National Prayer Breakfast. The vice president thanked the
Good
king
morning,
for his
Twitter,
efforts
social
in
media.
advancing
$200,000
stability in the Middle East.
is
We
yours.
affirm the United States' commitment to
If the
Jordan's
X is
security and
right.
economic development. The two leaders
Yeah.
discussed events in the region, including ways to accelerate the coalition's effort to defeat ISIS
The X
and
is
promote a
right.
political solution to the Syrian conflict. The vice
Twinkle.
president welcomes the king's views on
This is
potential
the X
changes
is right.
involving the U.S. Embassy in Israel and reiterated that the United States
We're going
is at the early
home.
stages of this decision-making process. The two leaders also discussed how
The
to
two
best
leaders
make
also
progress towards a
discussed. We're live from the
comprehensive
JW
agreement
Marriott
between Israel and the
Hilton
Palestinians.
Checkers
The vice president and King Abdullah agreed on the importance of continuing to strengthen
USC
U.S.-Jordan relations and
Radisson
pledged to stay in close contact
or
about
wherever
events in
else.
the region. Also this morning, the president signed an executive
Yeah, they
order
have to pour it.
reducing regulation and controlling regulatory costs.
Just pour
The
it.
order instructs the director of Office of
Pour
Management
it.
Budget
Pour it.
to issue
Pour it.
guidelines that for
Pour
every
it.
one new regulation, two
Bud Light.
existing
Bud
regulations
Light.
in an
Bud
agency be
Light.
eliminated. We're calling
Pour.
it one in, two out. Additionally, the order states that the cost of
Just
all new
pour it.
regulations
Wine.
finalized in
Give him the
fiscal
wine.
2017
Give him the
must
wine.
be no greater than zero for
We're
each
gonna
agency.
base jump today.
Beginning in 2018,
Base.
each agency
Base.
will have an incremental
Base.
cost cap
Base.
set by the director of OMB, beyond which it cannot issue regulations.
Hello, Chase Bank.
This
Hello.
executive order is the first step in the president delivering on
Let's
his
open a Chase
promise to
account
slash
today.
bureaucratic red tape that is choking our nation's small
Before the
businesses.
Super Bowl.
Under the president's
Jimmy.
leadership, the federal government would no longer
Yeah,
punish
Jimmy
Americans
tweeted.
for working and doing business in the United
This
States.
stock could be among
Every
the
year,
hardest hits
overregulation costs our economy
if Trump
billions
cracks
of
down
dollars
on
and
work
reduces the
visas.
wealth of every
Thank you,
American household.
CNBC.
This executive order will help get the economy back
This
on track.
executive
And it's part
order
of the president's
is
bold
part of the
plan to
president's
create
goal
25
plan.
million new
They like
American
us.
jobs in the next
They
decade.
like us.
It's worth noting
You can
that this
go.
order is perhaps the
You
most
can
significant
go.
administrative action
You
in
can
the world
go.
of regulatory reform since President Reagan
They
created the
like
Office
us.
of Information and
They
Regulatory
like
Affairs
us.
in 1981.
They like us.
Finally, a few administrative notes.
They like us.
I'm pleased to announce that Prime Minister
They like
Netanyahu of
us.
Israel will visit the United States
They
on
like
February
us.
15th. Our
They
relationship
like
with the
us.
only democracy in the Middle East is
They
crucial
like
to the
us.
security of both our nations.
They
And the
like us.
president looks forward to discussing
They
continued
like us.
strategic, technological,
We're
military, and
falling.
intelligence cooperation
We're
with the
falling.
Prime Minister.
We're
As you know,
falling.
tomorrow at 8 p.m., the president will
We're
announce that he intends
falling.
to nominate for the Supreme
They
Court.
like us. They like
And for
us.
party preaching tolerance.
Susan
It's interesting
Melville.
to see some Democrats have
Susan
already come out
Melville.
against this unnamed
Susan
individual.
Melville.
So with that, I've
Susan
got to take a few
Melville.
questions.
Hi, Sean. Over the weekend, President Trump requested that the King of Saudi Arabia
Susan
join him by
Melville.
supporting safe zones in Syria. What type of
Susan
support does
Melville.
Trump intend to provide, and when can Syrian civilians expect to receive this support?
Well, I think it came up
Susan
it's an
Melville.
important note that there is such strong agreement with how we address this problem, and you're seeing it from
Susan
across the spectrum.
Melville.
It's important that we have stability
Anna
in the region,
Moore.
and I think that the idea
Anna
that
Moore.
this was an area of mutual
Anna Moore.
discussion and agreement is important
Anna
to talk when we
Moore.
talk about stability in the region, and so we'll have continued discussions on it. But I think that first step of getting both sides on the first page was a
Floyd
huge step.
Melville.
Like,
Thanks, Sean. The
President
said today,
Sin.
in that
President
on-camera
Sin.
session with the business leaders about
President
how
Sin.
the market has run up during his
Base jumping from the residence in. The
today,
residence
coincidentally
in.
happens to be the biggest
The
market drop
residence in.
since October.
Base jumping from the residence in.
Is
The
that
residence
tax
in.
reform might not get done this year.
Susan Melville is an American
Can the
television
administration
news
get major
journalist.
tax reform
She co-hosts the
in 2027?
CNN International News
well, it's
Program,
strict,
around the road editions of CNN. We have a pause from the Pentagon video.
and I think that you've seen a commitment from the president.
Good
to fight
morning,
on
Miss
behalf of small
Suzanne
businesses. That's what
Melville.
this regulation thing was today. I mean, it really can't underscore how important it is. Since 1981, we haven't seen anything of this
Auxiliary.
magnitude to address the regulatory impact
DLD.
that small businesses face. We're going to continue
Auxiliary.
to work with both houses of Congress, both the
Auxiliary.
Senate Finance Committee and the House Ways and Means Committee, to develop a
Auxiliary.
comprehensive tax plan. And I think that there's eagerness on behalf
Auxiliary.
of Congress to do that as well. So that is a very promising
Auxiliary.
thing. But I would also note that when you look not just at the ups and downs of a market, but you look at consumer confidence and a lot of the other market indicators, a Trump presidency brought a lot of confidence back to traders, to investors,
Auxiliary.
more importantly to job creators. And you look at the number of individuals, the small
Auxiliary.
businesses, the large businesses, the automakers, all coming in
Twin.
and saying to the president, I want to be part
Twin.
of your effort,
Twin.
your agenda to make
Twin.
the country better, to grow jobs here, to bring jobs
Twin.
back here. I think it's a positive sign, not just on the ups and downs of one day's market fluctuation, but the overall commitment that businesses have to want to work with this administration to add jobs, to
Twin.
create better jobs, to add
Twin.
benefits, to find out how
Twin.
the president can ease the regulatory burden
Twin.
they face. So it's a holistic process that is being undertaken to unleash the American
The
economy.
Merit
And it's
Childhood
the approach
Asthma
that he's taking,
Network.
not just in small businesses, in large businesses, and with union workers, but he's looking at the energy sector. How do we unleash America's natural resources, not just to help us make us more energy independent,
Merit.
but how do we do
Merit.
that to create good paying jobs in America
Merit.
as well and get that economic boom that can
Merit.
come out of it?
Merit.
April.
Sean,
Merit.
two questions. One,
Merit.
how important is
Susan Melville.
national security information to you?
Twin.
How, you're saying that they're at the
Twin.
table and they can come to the table if they
Twin.
want at some meetings.
No, that's not what I said. Just to be
Twin.
clear,
Okay.
I don't think I can underscore
Please
this
go to a
enough.
soundbite from Barack
What we're saying is
Obama.
nothing has changed. We've in fact added and grown.
Was Barry.
The director of national intelligence and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs
Barry
are by
Sotoro.
statute part of the
Barry
of the
Sotoro.
NSC. Full stop. What
Barry
we've done is made
Sotoro.
sure that on issues of homeland security and domestic policy,
Barry
they are always
Sotoro.
welcome to attend, 100%. However,
Barry
if the issue is
Sotoro.
on, pandemic flu
Susan
or other
Melville.
domestic type natures that don't
Chase
involve the
Bank.
military, it would be a waste of
Base
time to
Bank.
invite the chairman of the Joint Chiefs Staff over.
Chase
If
Bank.
he wants to attend, he's part of the
Base
committee.
Bank.
He can come anytime. So to
Chase
try to
Bank.
talk about downgrading or not take this seriously
Base
is a
Bank.
misreading of this. It's really a
Chase
disservice.
Bank.
And I think that for those people who took
Base
the time
Bank.
to read it, they understand that. But I've seen
Base
so much
Bank.
misreporting
Base
all this
Bank.
weekend about downgrading this individual,
Base
upgrading.
Bank.
The language could not be
Chase
clearer.
Bank.
It is 100% identical.
Base Bank.
And so any
Barry
misreading
Sotoro.
of it otherwise
Barry
is a spread of
Sotoro.
misinformation. Plain and simple.
Barry
Okay, so you're
Sotoro.
saying they're at the table.
No,
Barry
I'm saying
Sotoro.
they've always been at the table.
They
And
like
they
us.
continue to be, and that he has
They
a
like
tremendous amount of
us.
respect for him. And so any
They
reporting
like
otherwise
us.
is a misunderstanding
Just
of it,
go.
100%.
Let me
Just
ask you a
go.
question.
Okay.
Okay, they're at the table.
Just go.
How important are their
Just go.
suggestions or their statements to this
Just
administration?
go.
Unbelievable. When you
Just
look at
go.
Secretary Mattis was in the Oval Office.
Have you ever been
he was on the
arrested
phone with,
before?
uh,
Have you
CIA
ever been
Director
arrested
Pompeo
before?
this morning.
Have you
His
ever
head,
been arrested
he values
before?
their opinion. I
Judge
don't think you can
Brandlin, have you
express in
ever?
words how much
Have you
respect he has,
ever?
whether it's Chairman
Have you
Duffy, General
ever?
Mattis, General Kelly,
Have you
Secretary,
ever?
Director Pompeo,
Have you
all of these
ever?
individuals. I think he's shown
Have you
in deed,
ever?
in action, in word, how much
Judge
he cares about them. The
Brandlin,
first stop he
Judge
made was
James
to the CIA
Brandlin,
because of how much he
Judge
values
James
the work that they
Brandlin,
do and the respect that he
Judge
has for them.
James
So I don't,
Brandlin,
I really don't know how much
Judge
more he
James
can do to show
Brandlin,
how much he values them.
sitting up in my room,
My second question.
sitting up in my room,
When you talk
sitting
about
up in
these
my
seven
room,
countries,
sitting up in my
these
room,
Muslim majority
sitting up in
countries,
my room,
talking to
sitting up in my
former
room,
official, the Obama
sitting up in
administration,
my
Homeland
room,
Security, they're
sitting
saying
up in
that
my room,
what you're doing is very different
sitting
from
up
what
in my
they did,
room,
and it's much more
sitting
restrictive.
up in my
What do you say
room,
to that?
And we're going to put the
sitting
safety
up
of
in my
Americans
room,
first. We're not going to wait
sitting
and
up in
react, as
my
I said in the
room,
statement. The
sitting
president's
up
going to
in
be
my
very
room.
proactive with protecting this country. We're not going to
I'm
wait to get
Indian.
attacked and figure out how we
I'm
can make sure it doesn't
Indian.
happen again. He's going to do
I'm
everything in his
Indian.
power to stop
I'm
every threat that we
Indian.
face in this country and every
I'm
potential threat.
Indian.
And that's the key point in this.
I'm
How do we
Indian.
get ahead of
I'm
threats?
the
How do we
California
keep America
Patrol.
ahead of the curve
California
when it comes to
Patrol.
people who want to do us harm?
California
And that's what the
Patrol.
president's done. Is he's made sure
California
that in
Patrol.
every way possible we get down the
California
path of securing
Patrol.
this country, putting America's
California
safety and
Patrol.
security first and foremost.
California
Bar none. Major
Patrol.
Garrett.
California
Suggested over the
Patrol.
weekend, so did Stephen Miller, that
California
the
Patrol.
action taken on the executive
California
order
Patrol.
might have been related to some specific
California
intelligence,
Patrol.
and it was necessary
Sitting
to
up in my
prevent something from
room.
happening. And any
Sitting up
question
in my
about
room.
why certain agencies may
Sitting
not have
up
been
in
as
my
briefed up
room.
can be explained in part
Sitting up in
because
my
it
room.
needed to happen right away. Can you?
Well, no, I think what
Sitting up in my room.
That you were trying to get
yeah,
at there?
thank you.
Sitting up
I
in my
appreciate that
room.
opportunity.
Thank
I
you,
think what we're trying
Siri.
to say is you don't know when the next threat's coming. You don't know when the next attack.
Hello,
is
Mr.
coming. So the
Spicer.
best you can do is to get ahead of it because
Three dots.
if you wait, you're going to be reacting. What I think I wanna be clear on is
$200,000.
the president's not going to wait. He's going to make sure he does everything in his power when he can to
When he
protect the
can.
homeland and its people. That's it. And so getting ahead of threats is the key. Not waiting till they happen.
Just
Not
go.
saying, hey, once it happens, how do we react to make sure it doesn't happen again?
They like
I
us.
think what I want to be clear about is that since becoming president, he's continued to take steps
They like us.
through executive order and
They like
otherwise
us.
to make sure that this country
They like
is
us.
as safe as it can be and that we're ahead of
They
that
like
threat.
us.
In other words, it was not put in
They
place
like us.
on the timeline it was put in place and the procedures it was put in place because of specific intelligence that was suggesting something.
No. I'm not saying that at all.
Okay, I just want to make sure on that.
Yes, all I'm saying is that his
Hello,
general
everybody.
is not to wait to get ahead of the curve. There wasn't a
We're
specific
going home.
threat.
X.
We
Three
said we have
dots.
to do this Saturday.
$200,000.
The point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah, we're
is that we
going
don't know when
home
that hour comes.
with
We don't know when that individual crosses into our border to do us harm.
money.
And so the idea of waiting when you don't know, could it be that night? Could it
We
be the next
know.
day? Could it be the next week? And the president's view is I'm
Look
not
at the
gonna wait.
DC
I want to
sniper.
make sure that we protect the homeland and its people.
Ali
as soon as
Muhammad. Who
possible
could that
with every measure
be?
that I can. John Roberts.
Just following up on that a little bit, I've got two questions.
Alan Muhammad.
Number of legal challenges against this executive order. What's your level of confidence?
DC
that it will
sniper.
prevail legally, and what's the
Good
basis
Lord.
of that?
Well,
DC
the
sniper.
case is the one in the Eastern District of New York, and I think the
Enter
won't
manually.
even have to prevail in that case. It doesn't make any sense. It deals with people who are being deported.
It does.
The Commission never spoke to it, never intended to deport
The
people.
Beltway.
How do we process people in, detain them
We're
until we
in.
ascertain
Look at
whether or
Malvo.
not they sought to do us any harm?
Good
And
Lord.
again, remember, we're talking about a universe of 109 people. There were 325,000
Absolutely not.
people that came into this country over a 24-hour period from another country.
October.
109 of them were
Where's
stopped for
Richard?
additional screening. This is we've got to keep this in proportion, folks.
Jason Boyd.
This is
Jason
109
Boyd.
people being stopped at
Jason
325 over a 24-hour period.
Jason Boyd.
And I know that everyone likes to get where they want to get to as quick as possible. And I think the government did a phenomenal
Mr.
job
Spicer,
making
can
sure
you
that we
explain
process
this?
people through, but we did so knowing
Mr.
so that the
Spicer.
people who were coming in hadn't done anything that was seeking to do us harm. That's it, plain and simple.
Mr.
And I think that's an
Sniper.
important thing to note, that when you actually
Mr.
look at the
Spicer.
perspective of what's going on, you note the polls that were going up this morning.
Richard.
You know, majority of Americans agree
Richard
with the president.
Engel.
They recognize
Richard
the steps that he's
Engel.
taken
Richard
were to keep
Engel.
this country safe and to make sure
Richard
that we didn't look
Engel.
back and say, I wish we had done the following.
Richard Engel.
Order Executor is just one of them.
Patriot
Not
and
the
Law.
rest of the
I don't think
Patriot
any of the
Act.
others are pertaining. All of
Patriot
the all
Act.
of the enforcement and
Patriot
action
Act.
regarding the executive order is
Patriot
in place, and
Act.
it still remains right now.
Patricia
I feel pretty confident
Snag.
that if there's any
Patricia
problem,
Snag.
it is again.
Patricia
This is a national
Snag.
security issue.
Sitting up in
These
my
7
room.
countries were derived
Setting
from
up
what the
in my
Obama
room.
administration had deemed as needing
We're setting up in my
further travel
room.
restriction. We followed through on that.
We're
As we
setting up in
continue
my
to go through this
room.
90-day process review, we're going to make sure that we
Are you
put a system
okay,
in
you
place
Siri?
vets, extreme vets.
That's a
These people
call.
who are coming into
Macy's,
our
Federated
country
Department Stores,
that potentially could do us harm. Plain and simple.
TJ
John,
Maxx.
give me-
So second question.
I'm sorry, I forgot. John said
You
2.
can't forget things like that.
We're setting up in my room.
What's the president's response?
We're setting
to
up in my
Iran
room.
flagrantly thumbing its nose
Bragging,
at the US
thinking about
Supreme Court?
you.
aware of
Bragging, thinking about you. Bragging, thinking about you. Bragging, thinking about you.
To the White House for
Bragging,
more
thinking about
sanctions
you.
against Iran.
and I think we're
Bragging,
looking into
thinking
that.
about
Aware
you.
that Iran
Be
fired
serious, we
weapons,
don't have
we're
clearance
looking
for that.
into the exact nature of it, and I'll try to have more for you later.
We're sorry.
Thank you, Sean.
But we're setting up in my
Thank you very
room.
much.
Sheila Coffin.
First,
Good Lord, we're setting up in my room.
DOA, Zionist
Jason
America,
Boyd, Lafayette.
statement,
Good Lord.
following the
And Fung Lee. Where's Fung Lee?
proclamation on the Holocaust.
Fung Lee, where are you?
That the ovation of Jews and what they experienced was, quote,
Where's Fung Lee?
aware of some criticism from the
Good Lord, was Jason Boyd and Fung Lee.
American to do anything about it.
I think
Susan
he's
Malval.
aware of
Malicious votes. We gotta go,
I think
guys.
by
You're
and
not
large, he's
voting.
been
We gotta
praised
go.
for it. I think the president recognized
Chase, open a base account so we
tremendous
can
loss
jump.
of life that came
We
from
gotta
the Holocaust.
go.